Hi, Internet. How's it going out there on the Internet? I feel naked and weird because I didn't have time to paint my face today. Hi, everybody.
Oh yeah.
We are back. It's been a little while. Always assume if I just disappear from the Internet for like 3 or 4 days, always assume I'm doing something, and I am, and it's going to be cool. But yeah, I had to do a bunch of stuff, and I'm not where I was, and I don't have my face painted, and this is halfway sort of thrown together, but it involves professional snowboarding and drugs and crime and mystery,
The cartel.
the cartel,
Cash patel.
Mexicans.
Mexicans.
It's going to be great.
Hi Karen. Good to see you, boo.
Hi, Karen. Hi, Eve. Is there anybody else in here yet?
Not yet.
No.
I'm gonna
So
I'm gonna
everybody else is
re-share us out.
everybody else is lame. Anyway, yeah, we're talking about a man by the name of Ryan Wedding, and he has had an interesting life, to say the. Hey, Eli's here. Yes, Eli, Mexicans.
Eli.
This dude has had a crazy life. He started out as a professional snowboarder, went to the Olympics for snowboarding, and is currently being charged with international drug smuggling and murder charges via the cartel. So, boy, do we have a story for you.
Right? Let's see. What's Wikipedia say about him?
I thought someone was getting married. I mean, I'm sure lots of people are, but no one here that I know of.
Good to see you, Eli.
Eli, are you getting married?
What's Wikipedia say? Ryan James Wedding, born September 14th, 1981. Snowboard. Alleged drug lord. Damn right. Alleged. Now you
Yeah,
guys.
he hasn't been charged with anything. This is all pending. It's right. He hasn't been to
Yep.
court yet at all.
Not that I know of yet. He's been arrested.
Just the initial one where he pled not guilty.
I think so. Yep.
Okay.
Obviously from around my area, you guys. So I have, put out some feelers. I'm gonna tell Dad to see what he knows. I can find out, But I've been watching, like, his family's talked about how the media is playing this up, and people are blowing this way out of proportion. I lean that way right now, but I've been following this case. But obviously, I've always been sidetracked every day with Summer Wells stuff, so I haven't thought about it for a little while. And then there was some updates, I think yesterday or maybe even today. So I told Casey, I was like, we should jump on this because no one else wanted to dare talk about dangerous stuff.
Ooh, my
Gangs
world.
and cartel and all that, right?
Professional snowboarding and doing drugs. Two things I'm very familiar with. Weird.
Right? Hey, TCB.
What up, Dusty?
What's it all say on here? Anything good before we start playing media? Heavily edited videos?
I guess we can just give his background a little bit and kind of why he even matters, and that will be relevant later.
Yeah. Oh, here's his charges too. Conspiracy to distribute and possesses with intent to distribute controlled substances. Conspiracy to export cocaine. Conspiracy, all right. Continuing criminal enterprise. Murder in connection with a continuing criminal enterprise and drug crime. Attempt to commit murder in connection with a continuing criminal enterprise and drug crime. So he was born in 81, 44. So when was he? He was caught January 22nd, 2026. That's right, because the dumbass just had to go to McDonald's and they caught him on camera at McDonald's.
What's this? Yeah, I couldn't granted, I haven't had a ton of time to really dig into this today, but some accounts say he turned himself in. Some accounts say the cartel turned him in. Some accounts say they just straight up raided a place and found him. Like, I
Mm.
couldn't find a straight story on how he actually got caught.
Right. Yeah, you can see they're already blurring the lines. Hey, sis, Tammy. Oh my gosh, Amy, good to see you, hon. You found us over here. Awesome. Hey, Emmett. What's it say here? Early life. Once. Okay. Oh, marijuana farm. Oh, nice. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you didn't know about that part?
I did not. No. Oh, Thunder Bay, Ontario. Eldest of three children. Maternal grandparents own the Baldy ski resort in Thunder Bay. Nice.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense as to how he's an Olympic level snowboarder. Also makes a lot more sense as to where when you read down a little bit and get into like the weed farm and stuff, I was like, I
Mm.
know this guy's a pro snowboarder, but where did he get all this money?
Oh yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah. Wedding won the first snowboarding race he entered at 15, made the Canadian national ski team, won the bronze medal in the parallel giant salmon event in 1999,
So
Junior World
that's
Championship.
for people who don't know what slalom means because
Yeah,
no one
thank you.
does. That's the one where they go zigzag real fast in between the poles.
Mm,
The whole goal is like basically zigzag between the poles as fast as you can down to the bottom.
bam. We'll have to pull that up. Hi on Berrywood. We'll have to pull that up
Very.
here. Um, Won a silver medal in the 2001 Junior World Championships, and at 2002 Salt Lake City, he competed for Team Canada in snowboarding men's parallel giant, whatever that word is you said, where he finished 24th place. After this, he gave up competitive snowboarding. Oh.
What's up, CJ?
After the 2002 Winter Olympics, Wedding moved back to Vancouver and attended Simon Fraser University. He developed an interest in bodybuilding and started working as a bouncer. Nice. After 2 years in university, he dropped out and began to speculate, wait, my eyes are fucking with me now. Speculate in real estate, which he financed by growing marijuana.
Wait, that's also a weird way to say that. He began to speculate in real estate.
I was
I know what they
wondering, yeah.
mean, but that's not how you say that, Wikipedia.
Yeah, that didn't sound right. Uh, 6,800 plant warehouse on a suburban property called 18 Carrot Farms. Nice. In 2006, RCMP raided the farm and found a shotgun, ammunition, 10 million worth of cannabis. Wedding was not on the property at the time, and there was not enough evidence to charge him.
So keep that in mind because that I feel like is going to come into play later. They've
Mm,
already labeled this guy international drug dealer in what was that 2008?
2006.
Yeah. Okay. So since 2006, at least the Canadian government has been saying this guy is an international drug smuggler
Mm-hmm.
because he had it was yeah, it would have been still super illegal back then, right? In Canada.
Oh yeah, yeah. It only became legal here, I believe, in 2020, 2021. So it's still fairly new here. Um. Oh, what?
And I guess part of this while we're waiting for more information, part of this that sort of resonates with me is the action sports world. And like, I know a lot of dudes that get out of action sports and your body is completely destroyed and they don't want to do painkillers. So they
Hmm.
turn to weed because it's not opiates and painkillers and stuff. And then a lot of dudes end up leaving action sports and just like going full stoner, just like working at a dispensary or starting a farm or like going that route. So this is absolutely nothing new.
Yeah.
Not saying having an illegal weed farm is okay, but this isn't the only dude that's ever been a pro snowboarder and then grown a lot of weed.
Yeah. Cocaine conviction. Wedding expanded his operation when he joined up with the Iranian and Russian cocaine smugglers. Oh, okay. In 2010. Well, I guess he would have connections with being, in the Olympics and traveling around and all that. Hey, Ronnie.
Russia makes sense because of snowboarding. I am not sure what Iran has to do with any of this. I guess he just
good weed.
Yeah, I guess he just knew an Iranian drug dealer or something.
Yeah. Interesting. In 2010, he was convicted of attempting to buy cocaine from a U.S. government agent. No way, bro.
Oops. Oopsie.
Government agent in 2008, for which he was sentenced to 4 years in prison. He was released in 2011. Oh, okay. So I didn't know that part. And around that time, he allegedly began his criminal enterprise.
So that's how this all started. He got in trouble for some weed shit, or they thought they had him on some weed shit, and then they popped him with an undercover, and then immediately his criminal enterprise began.
Yeah, they were always going to be watching this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, too, because of who he is. But yeah.
Right. He's also famous. I assume more known probably in Canada because he was on the Canadian Olympics team, but like he's famous.
Yeah. Now that is some terrible luck. Okay, so alleged drug load. Oh, okay. So on October 17th, 2024, Wedding was charged by the U.S. Department of Justice with leading and transnational organized crime group that engaged in cocaine trafficking and murder, including of innocent civilians. He is charged with multiple felonies, including drug trafficking, leading a criminal organization, 3 counts of murder, and 1 attempt to commit murder. He was one of 16 people to be charged as part of an operation giant. How did you say that word?
Oh, that's fucked up. They called it giant slalom?
Yeah, slalom.
That's a direct diss.
So that could also kind of tell you that they were going to have fun with this. Like, you know what I mean?
Dude, someone called Eminem. God damn.
They were going to get this guy for something. No,
that's hard. I didn't read that part. I knew about all this. I didn't know they called it Operation Giant Slalom, like the thing that made him famous.
Yeah. So let me, and now the thing that's made him even more famous to those that didn't know him before.
Well, yeah, and now he's infamous. Is that what it would be? Double famous?
Yeah. I'm gonna just screenshot that because I wonder what comes up when we like search that. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. See what I mean? The FBI has a sense of humor.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
In a joint investigation by several federal agencies, the murders that Wedding is accused of having carried out were of married couple Jagar Sidhu,
probably
57, and Habijan Sidhu, Mohammed.
You know who's really good at reading these Middle Eastern names is Eli.
I was just gonna say probably Eli. Hey, babe, can you come here for a minute?
Mark, we're illiterate and dumb.
I say words wrong all the time. He makes so much fun of me. Can you say these names here? The murders of Wedding accused of carrying out. Can you say
Jagtar Sidhu, Harbhajan Sidhu, and Mohammed Zafar? The Sidhus were killed.
That's unfortunate.
Well, Zafar was killed in May. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. We can't read.
He said, thanks, Mark. We can't read.
I can't read either.
He said he can't read either. I'm going to finish this joint. Okay.
So he killed, or allegedly he. Well, the joint investigation by accused
sorry.
of having. Yeah, okay. So he's accused of putting a hit on this family, basically.
Okay. I wonder if that's what they tapped his shit and so they caught him. I can't remember. After his release, Wedding fled to Mexico and became a higher ranking member of the there's your El Jefe. El Jefe. El Jefe. Mexico's largest drug cartel. So how do you say that? Sinaloa cartel?
Sinaloa.
Sinaloa. Mexico's largest cartel.
So basically, what the official story is that this dude has been growing weed and smuggling drugs since 2006. He got in trouble and got out in 2011, and then almost immediately became a high-ranking member of the cartel randomly, and started putting hits on people and just doing cartel shit.
Yeah, because he's not gonna know that they're watching him because he's fucking famous, and now they, like, dude.
Well, when you have the cartel calling you El Jefe, probably get a little ego on you.
Yeah. Yes, thank you for leaving your DNA. Okay, so arrested in Mexico on the night of January 22nd, 2026. Yeah, I remember that. He was reported to have turned himself over to authorities. Okay, that's not what the word on the street is. Cartel gave him over. But yeah, however, his attorney disputed this claim, saying that Wedding was apprehended non-voluntarily. So Ryan's attorney is saying he did not turn himself in. Why would he say that? That's like,
right. That's what I'm saying. So
someone's lying.
And you can kind of go down both rabbit holes. You can follow the lead of he turned himself in, and you can find some stuff on that, or you can follow the lead of either they raided him or the cartel ratted him out, and you can find stuff on that too. So I'm not sure. I feel like it was probably either a raid or the cartel was catching a little heat, so they just made him a fall guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or the cartels maybe did some fucking deal with the Cash Patel, and they reloaded Cash Patel on his, cocaine and hauled Ryan Wedding in.
Well, yeah, can we all just not pretend that the CIA and the FBI isn't also internationally smuggling drugs all the time?
Yeah. Cash was at risk of losing his job. All of the media was saying like it was a thing.
Yeah, everybody still hates him, but for a while there, everybody hated him. I thought he was going to lose his job too.
Yeah, he's
I just feel like if you're the director of the FBI, like you are the head guy in charge of the FBI, I shouldn't know who you are. I shouldn't know anything about you. I shouldn't know anything about fucking anything because you're the director of the FBI.
Right.
This dude lives his life on social media. Like, are you not the dude protecting our national security? Maybe don't give the Chinese your location every day.
Right. So, yeah, so far I'm waiting. I'm sure he did shitty things, but I'm pretty sure this is definitely being played out. So
yeah, now that we have a little background on him and what he allegedly has done, what he's supposedly involved in, I'm almost going to guarantee you for a fact that in the early 2000s, an Olympic snowboarder was probably doing cocaine. That everybody was back then. That's completely normal. So it's not a stretch to think he was involved in the drug world. And it is really convenient when you're a guy and you have companies paying for you to go all over the world and all over the country and all over everywhere. You know, if you bring an extra bag and you drop it off and you make $20,000 for an already paid for vacation, you know, is it legal? No. Is it 20,000 extra dollars? Yes.
Like, how many people, if they were offered this money and more than likely had a bunch of shit put right in his face, is actually going to turn away?
Well, and like the average person, if you walked up to a guy on the street and said, I'm going to give you a kilo of cocaine, take it across state lines from whatever, LA to New York or whatever, normal people are going to be freaked out about that because they don't travel a lot. A professional snowboarder spends his entire life traveling. He's going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, it's easy to get through the airport with everything. I know how to do that.
Right. But don't the competitors get tested? Yeah, but you know, I've heard stories before of getting around that.
Well, first of all, professional snowboarding in the early 2000s, less than you would think. And also, cocaine only pops on a drug test for like 3 days. You could stop doing it for a couple of days, pass your Olympic drug test, and go right back to doing it.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Linda. Good to see you over here, boo. So I found, are we sure? Yeah, okay. I found this. I haven't seen this yet.
We're about to meet with someone who's part of the Sinaloa cartel.
And there's one question
Sick.
we want to ask.
What do they know about Ryan Wedding? Make no mistake about it. Ryan Wedding is a modern day iteration.
He's definitely not high. For
Right?
sure. Not.
Hey, Cash, blink and don't have your eyelids flipped over the top of your head every time I see you.
He's forever got that look of, you know, he's just saying to himself over and over, just try to look normal, just look normal, just look normal.
Oh my God, he is. He's me when I was like 14 in the gas station. Like, they know I'm high, they know I'm high, they know I'm high.
Yeah.
El Chapo Guzman.
Ryan Wedding remains
El
one of
Chapo.
top threats to Canadian public safety. He's being
El
protected
Chapo,
by
the modern
the
day El
Sinaloa
Chapo?
cartel.
For months, CBC has been following the case of Canadian Olympian turned alleged narco kingpin Ryan Wedding. Now we travel to Culiacan in northwestern
maybe I did see
Mexico,
this.
home to the Sinaloa cartel, one of the most
Sinaloa.
powerful drug trafficking groups in the world.
Yeah.
A group U.S. and Canadian authorities say is protecting Wedding.
What? They gave him to you. They're not protecting shit. If they were protecting him, you wouldn't have him.
Right. That's what's so weird. Yeah, all of the media, like, none of this is said the same way at all in any of the shit that you watch around here. It's insane. Now I wonder what kind of shit pulls up for you being on the American side than what we are allowed to see and shit in Canada.
I mean, so far, everything seems to be pretty much the same. Like, I can't figure out. A lot of the details are still very blurry. I can't figure out how he was caught. I can't figure out where he was caught. I can't even really figure out, like, they're essentially charging him with cartel crimes. I can't even really figure out which one they're going after. Like, do they want the international smuggling or the alleged murders or the alleged hits he put out on people? Like, this whole thing just, it really just feels like somebody named Cash Patel wanted to be able to brag about, oh, look, we got a guy in the cartel. Look how good I am at my job.
Yeah,
'Cause,
there's
like-
a lot of money people are making right now just from this. Like I was telling Casey earlier, like, does it sound cool? Oh, cartel killed more people. We got, drugs with the cartel. Like, everyone's kind of like, yeah. But if you're selling a fucking Olympian all of a sudden turns drug kingpin, I mean, that's a fucking movie I'm buying a ticket to go see. Like, what the fuck?
Right, that's a compelling article. If you, well, I mean, we're here doing this show. If you wrote the headline, Olympic pro snowboarder turned drug kingpin, I'm here. And
Yeah.
now we're doing a show about it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Shep says, what the fuck? Where's the clown? Hello, everyone. Hey, Shep.
he is pretending he's a businessman today. He had stuff to do.
He is giving the guy from the X-File vibes right there.
I just keep thinking Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Our guide on this journey, a Sinaloan journalist who says finding information on Wedding may be tough amid the chaos plaguing the city.
We just get a text from our guy, cartel guy.
Miguel Angel Vega
That
gets the
cartel
pin
guy.
for the location of our interview with a gunman from the Sinaloa cartel. As we
Hell
get close
yeah.
to the spot,
He put
How
down
many
the camera.
times can they say that in this video?
for security reasons, we are not
Say
revealing his
Mercedes hat.
identity. His voice is also distorted.
Ahorita soy encargado de seguridad.
Wow.
They gave him foxgloves.
Come on.
Fucking-
Tell me
what
this
is
is
that?
not all completely just fucking staged.
That's some guy they gave $35 and all this cool shit to pretend
Yeah.
he was in the cartel.
It's literally, yeah, it is it's a Fed or, it's someone from one of the alphabet agencies right now. Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
So Ronnie just said, I just read that Wedding surrendered to U.S. authorities in Mexico City. We just read his
What?
lawyer said no, he didn't. So,
Right.
like, I don't know which it is.
Right.
That's
Huh.
what I mean. Like, I can't. Normally, when we research cases and stuff, there's like a pretty solid, like, here's what happened, here's what he did, here's what he's charged with, here's he either
Right.
got off or he made a plea deal or whatever. This is all over the place. This is like he
Yeah.
was a snowboarder, then he was a weed guy, now he's a cocaine guy, now he's doing murder, now he's in the cartel. Like, what is
Yeah.
happening?
Oh, man.
He says he's heard the name of Ryan Wedding.
Se
Oh,
ha
yeah.
hecho muy viral estos últimos meses.
Sure, yeah.
Es el nuevo Chapo.
He says the
Snowboarding.
U.S. has inflated Wedding's profile.
Yo creo que ya lo tienen ubicado, nomás lo están dejando
Inflated
ser.
his
Y al momento de agarrarlo, ahí vas a sacar la noticia grande. Pues. Y lo van a inflar como una noticia gigante. Ya
Despite the claims from Canadian and U.S. law enforcement,
no creo que esté protegido por el cartel de Sinaloa, ni que esté en la Ciudad de México tampoco, siendo que la Ciudad de México es de las más vigiladas a todo nivel nacional. Y hay muchas inteligencias y muchos departamentos de inteligencia de gobierno.
And he's also saying that they're blowing it out of proportion as well.
Well, yeah, so
I
If
guess he
we-
would.
if we are gonna believe that the guy they paid $75 and a fucking horchata to do this interview,
Allegedly.
if we are gonna believe he's from the cartel, then there you have it. He just said, I don't believe he's being protected and I don't believe he's in Mexico City.
Or that he's done the big shit like they're saying. Or whatever.
So then why is that the headline? Like, not that I'm saying the cartel member is a trustworthy guy, but
Right.
Looks like there was an execution. Now this is an everyday scene. It happens all the time. That's why people in Culiacan are so feared, because they are afraid that something might happen to them. You never know. If you're going out, you'll never know if you're coming back.
this victim is in his 50s. Family members arrive, a hole punched in their lives.
They said a hole punched in, and I really thought he was going to say his chest. I was like, damn.
Oh shit. Oh hey David. Good to see you, brother. How are you doing?
What's up,
Haven't seen
David?
you in a hot minute.
A couple hours later, paramedic Julio Cesar Vega gets a call.
What?
A gunshot victim in
Oh.
Culiacan's downtown. Police get to him first and take him to this hospital. The victim escaped a kidnapping and was shot while fleeing. He's transferred to another hospital to protect him against a second attempt on his life.
What?
Damn.
Back at the headquarters of a volunteer
That guy
paramedic
needs to
service,
move.
So are they saying Ryan did that?
No, I think this is just showing like, oh, we're in a dangerous area.
Oh,
While we
okay.
were here, this guy got shot. I don't think this has anything to do with anything.
Okay.
that he founded.
Just hyping it up and,
Just, yeah, look,
worse.
we're really here. We're
Yeah.
about it. Fucking NBC or whatever this is.
CBN.
Well,
Julio
see?
Cesar Vega arranges his kits.
Casi en un 70%.
He says gunshot wounds make up around 70% of his calls he gets now.
No todos corren con la misma suerte, la mayoría pues fallece. Hemos tenido desde septiembre de 2024 a la fecha muchos niños víctimas
Okay, but if this is the seedy bar planet from Star Wars where nobody should ever hang out, why does Mr. I Got Shot Twice live there? Sounds like he's doing shady shit. Sounds like maybe there's a reason he's been shot twice.
I was just thinking too, like, so this guy feels safe doing this?
This was the house.
This is the place where the war inside the Sinaloa cartel began. The cartel was once headed by
CBC.
Joaquim El Chapo Guzman
Hey,
and
El
Ismael El
Chapo!
Mayo Zambada, who was
I used to joke I was going to marry him.
I
kidnapped
mean,
here by El Chapo's son in July 2024. The war between Chapo and Mayo loyalists exploded on September 9, 2024.
Literalmente sí nos cambió la vida de un día para otro.
Adrian Lopez is the director of the newspaper Noreste. He says Sinaloa
Adrian
may now be living
Lopez.
through its most violent period ever.
Pero pues obviamente tenemos más de 2,400 homicidios desde el 9 de septiembre para acá y ya casi
Like, what
3,000
the
denuncias.
fuck? Okay, so are we talking about Ryan or what, people?
I think here in a minute or two, when you scrub forward, it cuts back to that same dude who may or may not be paid by MSNBC to pretend he's in the cartel.
De personas.
Salir a matar.
A trabajar, sí.
¿Qué le dices a la población de las mamás, los papás, la gente que se levanta temprano, trabajar duro? ¿Qué le dices a ellos sobre el miedo que sienten?
Que se cuiden. Que se cuiden porque ahorita la cosa aquí en esta ciudad está al...
¿Y cómo termina esto?
Tiene que quedar uno nomás. De las dos facciones, tiene que quedar uno solo.
Mexican authorities have increased their presence in response to the cartel war. We follow
Yeah, this whole thing's basically.
Yeah, I think
bullshit.
they're done talking about
Let's
Ryan.
I'll find some else.
It sounds like the Mexican cartels need to catch up. Gangbangers in America ain't worried about what color anymore. They're all just doing gangbanger shit together now. Sounds like the cartels need to do the same thing. They just need to make up and be friends.
What?
I guess what I'm already seeing a lot of in this whole case is what's that word? Words are hard guy who talks on the internet for a living. Sensationalization. Big word.
Yeah.
$5
Yeah.
word. But no, I'm seeing a lot of like nice. Thank you, Ronnie. Ronnie gave us $10 because we're hilarious.
Awesome.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Legitimately, that really helps right now. Also, everybody buy a t-shirt.
Yes.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's even in the early 2000s when he got popped for the weed thing, it sounds to me more like it was a guy with a weed farm, and he was just like, yeah, it was illegal and black market and whatever. I get that, but they're making it out like he was the El Chapo of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why he fled, is because they were like a lot of people, at least back in the day before it was illegal, a lot of people got in trouble and went to prison for growing weed. But even back then, it was kind of like, yeah, but like you're just a weed farmer. You're not like an actual cartel member, let's say. But it feels like they really latched on to this dude and they were just like out to get him for some reason, which the only thing I can think is he's literally famous.
Mm-hmm. Sure sells a lot of stories and gets people, promotions and all these things. I mean, you can see how grossly they are. Yeah, like you said, sensationalizing him, sensationalizing the entire fucking thing. It must pay everyone well.
Also, what I know Cash Patel is all high on himself because he picked this guy up or whatever, but what does American law enforcement have to do with this? He was a Canadian who fled to Mexico. What the fuck does the FBI even have to do with this?
That's interesting.
Is it just because we're like America is kind of the cartel police? I was just thinking about that. Like, okay, so he's from Canada. He got in trouble for some weed in Canada, and then he went to Mexico. And then I was like, wait a minute. Why does Cash Patel have him right now?
Yeah, that is a good point. Unless they're accusing him of having charges there, but like, why is he not being, like, how come Canada is not fighting to get him here? Or like, that's
I guess now that I'm thinking about it from a legal perspective, the way they're going to have to build that case is he was selling drugs to Americans. Like he was exporting the drugs from Mexico here. So I guess that means we can arrest him for that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think, because I did wonder that once upon a time, but then I didn't think any more to it. But yeah, your point is,
was it because he was on the FBI's most wanted?
He was, yeah.
No, I know, but my original question still remains: why was he on the FBI most wanted, not like Canada's most wanted? Or like, I just don't understand what the American justice system, other than the fact that they're probably saying he exported drugs to America. I don't know what American justice systems have to do with a Canadian man in Mexico.
That's a good, yeah. Hold on. Let's ask that. Let me ask.
See, that's why I have the thing up there. This podcast is educational. We learn things.
Why do the American authorities have custody of Ryan Wedding?
It'd be so funny if it just showed you a picture of Cash Patel. It was like, here's your answer.
American authorities, specifically the Federal Bureau of Investigation, have custody of Ryan Wedding because he faces charges for operating a transnational cocaine empire and orchestrating multiple murders across North America and Colombia.
So it literally is just because they're accusing him of some of his crimes being here.
Yes.
And America's the cartel police. Okay, well.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like there's a legal loophole there. I feel like if you had a good lawyer, you could get out of that.
Yeah, I wonder who's going to be his lawyer. Mexican cartels are arrested in the U.S. Yeah, they usually get them on charges of trafficking to the U.S. But
well, and I know, like, everybody kind of thinks it's a joke when I say this, but quite literally, America is like 2 steps away from going to actual war with the Mexican cartel. Not just like sending a few dudes down there to try to clear them out, but like full on like Iraq GWAT style war just in Mexico with the cartel.
You're not taking my kids. I know that. Not my boys.
So like yeah, America is kind of the rest of the world kind of lets us handle the cartels, but makes sense if he was operating in the US. I thought he was in Mexico though. I thought it said he fled after he got out of prison in Canada. He fled down to Mexico because Canada, or no, because they popped him on trying to buy from an undercover.
Yeah.
And he got out of there and went to Canada, so he didn't go back to prison.
But what was it saying? I guess, didn't they say he was operating out of Iran and Russia?
No, he met an Iranian and Russian cocaine smuggling ring. Like his connections were an Iranian dude and a Russian dude in the Mexican Sinaloan cartel, I guess.
Yeah.
Fucking this whole thing makes a lot of sense.
Maybe a
little known fact, Russians and Mexicans don't like each other. Never would have guessed of that. They typically don't do business.
What Karen say? Having a kid who died of an overdose, I have no sympathy for drug dealers. However, it must be done legally. Yeah. No, Karen, I know. Don't blame you for that.
Yeah, I'm absolutely not saying that it's cool. If this guy was as involved in shit as they're making it out to be, I'm not saying it's cool to be an international drug dealer. I'm just, this whole case really confuses me. Like, I don't know. It kind of feels like maybe they just knew this dude was like into weed and kind of into partying a little bit. And then he went to the Olympics and they were like, well, we can just kind of keep that card in our back pocket. If we ever need a big bust, we can go after that guy.
Right.
Because they will do that, dude. I can think of countless examples of like, even like Willie Nelson is a good example. They would let Willie Nelson smoke weed wherever he wanted to until someone needed a headline in the newspaper, and then they would arrest him for it. And he would be like, "What? I smoke weed everywhere I go. I'm Willie Nelson. What do you mean?"
Right. They do. So it'd be like a bigger scale, yeah, of like, what do you call them? Hip hop cops or whatever. Like,
as far as like letting it happen until it's beneficial to pop someone.
Well, they definitely, I feel like if they wanted him before, they would have had him before. I mean, the dude wasn't smart. He was getting caught going and eating lunch out and not even taking it to go. He was sitting down in McDonald's and literally watching like TV or watching something on his phone and enjoying his fucking McDonald's multiple times.
Could be a distraction, Ronnie. I was more thinking just like if you know a professional Olympic skier or snowboarder, excuse me, how dare I disrespect him like that? Wow, I should hit me. If you know a Olympic level snowboarder also has a grow farm out in the middle of the woods in Canada, and you just kind of hold on to that information until it's a slow news day, and then you're like, we could execute a warrant for that place and get us a nice headline and a promotion. Not necessarily distraction, more like the free card in bingo. Just like, oh, we get that one.
I was just reading chat. I think this is. I found this. It says fellow Canadian snowboarder. So I think that's who's gonna talk.
Now to one of the most bizarre and disturbing crime stories I think you're ever going to hear. This is a man who once wore his country's flag.
I do a podcast talking about exclusively crime. This one's not that bad. There's barely even. We haven't even got to Ed Gaines yet. Wait till we start talking about nipple belts.
Oh, that's one of my favorite. Oh, okay. Yay.
Thank you,
and we
CJ.
got to do Robert Picton as well.
Someone tell CJ thank you.
Thank you, CJ. You guys are awesome tonight. Thank you for supporting the channel.
Heated on the world stage.
And definitely check out the merch shop because I know he's been working hard on getting the stuff out. So check it out. He's got really awesome. He does awesome art stuff. He's got really good ideas.
And also on that note, at some point, like within the next few days, hopefully, we need to actually sit down and go over stuff for your merch too.
Okay. Yeah, I used to have merch. I designed some that I liked, and then stupid Teespring somehow like lost it or something. It was fucked up.
I don't know. I luckily haven't had any problems with the place I'm using, so hopefully it stays like that. But it's literally just a matter of like, there's 4 or 5 different like options of t-shirts. Some are thicker, some are thinner, some are like whatever. It's literally just picking the one you want, and then I can get it up.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we have. It probably won't even take an hour, but if we have a little time soon, we should really do that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm only working
I want a shut up share shirt. I mean, I know a guy that can make them. It's me.
Karen. Oh my God. That dude was an idiot. I can't. Oh, Doug. Yeah, Doug started the shut up share. So then I did stuff that says never shut up share, and people loved it.
Thanks, Doug. You're going to make us some money.
Yep. A shut up share. Oldie but a goodie. Yeah, there's a few. All right. Yeah, we'll get Casey on the merch. You should see what he's doing so far for Tammy. It's really cool.
Represented Canada at the Olympics. He is now accused of becoming one of the most dangerous drug traffickers in the world.
Wow.
Former Olympic snowboarder Ryan Wedding. Now,
so maybe he murdered or something. 3
Put a
people.
hit out on people.
3 people is the most dangerous ever. I mean, it's not good. Don't get me don't twist it, but
yeah, like I'm definitely
mean.
not trying to say this guy's innocent or this guy's a saint or anything, but one of the most dangerous drug dealers ever?
That seems like a little bit of a stretch.
This guy seems like a guy I would be friends with. Pro snowboarder, stoner, like this dude seems cool.
Allegedly a modern-day El Chapo has been captured.
El Chapo's still alive, asshole.
Yeah, that gets me every time. The modern day. He
disrespectful
is modern day.
to El Chapo, first of all.
Do you know how many people bought that exact same shirt he got arrested in? Come on, he is modern day. We love El Chapo.
Don't you disrespect El Chapo like that?
How
White guy on the news.
The FBI says that Wedding ran a brutal transnational cocaine empire, moving 60 metric tons of drugs from Colombia through Mexico and into the United States and Canada.
Look at that little
working
man.
With a cartel,
Little
allegedly ordering multiple murders, including the killing of a federal witness. He was so elusive, the U.S. government put a $15 million bounty on his head. You know that's the highest of any fugitive on the FBI's most wanted list. Now he's been arrested in Mexico City. It's ending a manhunt called Operation Giant Slalom. So how does someone go from shredding powder on the Olympic slopes to moving powder across the continents? Well, I'm joined by somebody who probably has some insight. We're joined right now by Ross.
What?
went from powder on the slopes to powder. Fuck you, it's a dumb joke. Also, that's why they wanted him in the U.S. so bad. They're accusing him of killing a federal informant.
Oh, yeah, I want to see all the proofs of these. I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, that answered my question for me. Now I get why he's in Kash Patel's hands.
Yeah. I'll look up that after. That's
Rebeletti,
him?
as a Canadian
Yeah.
Olympic snowboarder who won gold at the
Whoa!
1998 Nagano Games, then made global headlines when he was stripped of his medal over a marijuana test before winning it back on appeal. He knew and trained with Ryan Wedding. Thank you so much.
Stripped him
They-
for marijuana.
They did this shit in the Olympics too. Their skateboarding got into the Olympics. Some people like it, some people hate it. I don't care. Cool. If you want to make it your career and go to the Olympics for skateboarding, that's fine. Either way, they tried to do that same thing where they're like, oh, it's going to be all Olympic rules and we're going to drug test everybody. And blah, 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 blah. There's like 3 skateboarders on the planet that would have been able to compete. So they were like,
Right.
I guess we can't do the drug test thing.
Yeah, that one. He looks completely different. But I guess how old was he here? Way younger.
Early 20s, I think. Late teens, early 20s.
For taking the time. Did I butcher your last name? I feel bad. I'm so sorry if I did.
Ah,
No, that's okay, Jesse. Good to be here.
Okay, good. All right. So when you heard
he
that a
did it.
fellow Olympic
He did it all. Look at
had
him.
become an alleged
Right?
international drug kingpin, because this doesn't happen today. He's been in the news for a while. What went through your mind? Did you say, were there any clues that he was capable of allegedly doing this?
No clues at all. You know what? To be honest, this guy, when I first met him, like I'm 10 years older than him. He was 18 or 19.
Okay.
He was like your all-American athlete, you know, like over 6
He's
feet
Canadian.
tall, completely ripped, and just charged the course. And, you know, he had great family support at all the races from what I could see. And I was at the end of my career and he was the rookie. So we crossed paths a couple of times, but from what I saw, he seemed to be clean cut and hard to beat.
When was the last time you spoke to him? When was the last time you saw him?
I guess that would have probably been leading up to the Salt Lake City Olympics, probably around, 2000, 2001.
Then shut the fuck up. I haven't seen this guy in
I was
25
just
years,
gonna
but then you don't know shit. And it sounds like you didn't know him back then. He was the
Knows
new
him
guy.
so well. Okay, let's look up his charges. Because, like, fuck that guy. He doesn't know Ryan so well, like they were just trying to say. What?
Also, but this whole thing is so weird. He was an all-American, a clean-cut all-American guy. He's Canadian. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Why is everybody trying to act like this dude's American? He's not.
What did they say? He killed a Fed?
They got him on, or they're accusing him of murdering a federal informant. Which, if they really did get him on buying from a federal agent, and like maybe he would order a hit on that guy so there was no witnesses or something, but that seems like a very far step for somebody who may or may not have been a drug dealer to just be like, well, now I got to kill a federal informant. Great.
Yeah.
Like, I know several drug dealers who wouldn't just kill a federal informant because they got caught.
Yeah, that's pretty risky. He's just killing and then innocent people. They say didn't they say he like broke in their home to like hide?
Well,
something stupid?
that's the part where I say they're just kind of charging him with like general cartel crimes, because they're trying to say basically he was the ringleader of this criminal organization, and this criminal organization was selling drugs and killing women and children and doing all this terrible stuff. So it's all his fault because he was the ringleader. But why would you? I guess people are dumb. Look at fucking P. Diddy. But why would you, as a pretty famous dude, be like, I'm just going to go be a drug kingpin now? Like, that's very stupid.
Yeah, that's what's this one?
Today,
this
the
guy's-
Justice Department is proud to announce new developments in our ongoing investigation into Ryan James Wedding. Wedding is the former Olympian from Canada who is now the leader of a transnational criminal enterprise.
You really like that
He's
word.
currently on the FBI's and has been top 10 most wanted list. He controls one of the most prolific and violent drug trafficking organizations in this world.
Oh my God.
Currently the largest
Okay.
distributor of
This is bullshit.
Even if everything else is true, let's say this is all true, he's not the leader of the fucking Sinaloa cartel. What are you talking about? Even if everything is true, he's not the leader. You're making it out like this is literally El Chapo.
Yeah. What the hell?
Of cocaine.
And like she's not smooth with what she's doing. All the buzzwords that she's saying louder and then talking like this.
Well,
and
yeah,
transnational. They've never ever none of them have said that before in their whole fucking lives, and now everyone's pushing it.
Yeah, it used to be called international drug smuggling.
Yeah, why
and now,
transnational?
well, you know what it is? Because the word trans is a hot button topic right now. So you just fucking put trans on the front of other words, and people are like, "Oh, bro, they said the thing."
Yeah.
God damn it!
Mm.
And I know the FBI knows how to take advantage of dumb people. That's like their whole thing.
His organization is responsible for importing approximately 60 metric tons of cocaine a year into Los Angeles via semi-trucks from Mexico.
Make no mistake about it. Ryan
it's coming to
Wedding
LA?
is
Well,
a
why'd
modern
you... like, what's the problem?
Yeah, because didn't he get... There was something about him arresting...
I don't know. I was just making a joke about the fact that they will not do anything about the rampant drug problem in LA.
Oh, hell yeah. Thanks,
You're just
sis.
You're just like allowed to smoke crack here.
Guess what, Casey?
Hmm.
Tammy just bought a shirt.
Oh, did you? Oh, is that when my phone was going off? Nice. Sick. Thank you, Tammy.
Awesome. Okay,
I thought someone was just texting me, and I thought it was fucking Shep blowing up my phone in the middle of the show to mess with me.
I'm gonna need to, order a few myself. I need a few of like a bunch of different ones. The Lima one, I want a tank top, I want a t-shirt, I want a hoodie, and then I'm basically gonna live in those.
Yeah, so that's exactly why we need to talk about, like, I can do all of that stuff, but we got to figure out what you want, and we can make it happen.
Perfect.
Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it.
And
it's just me, you're the most important person right now. You gave me money.
Make sure you model it for us, and we'll have to post it.
Yeah, it usually takes a week-ish, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on the mail, whatever. But we send shirts and stuff, or send pictures and stuff when you get the shirt.
You could make cool like advertising for your merch from using all of us as models, basically.
I mean, yeah, I would definitely do that as well. I have a lot of things in the works. That's why I'm where I am right now.
We need like 5 more of each of us.
I know. Trust me.
Iteration of Pablo Escobar. He's a modern-day iteration of El Chapo Guzman. He is responsible for engineering a narco trafficking and narco terrorism program that we have not seen in a long time.
Today, the Justice Department is proud to announce new developments in our on.
Okay, I'm looking for something else. That's some fuckery.
That's not even that. Like, okay, yes, 60
happening?
metric tons of cocaine is a lot of cocaine, sure. But like comparatively to like Pablo Escobar, who they mentioned in that very clip, that's nothing. And yet they're still just like, I don't understand why they're treating the Canadian Olympian, who, yeah, sure, he's had some charges, he's been in some trouble, he has a history, whatever. But why are you guys treating him like he's like, if you get him, the whole cartel disintegrates?
What is narco realm? FBI is most wanted. That's not what I want. I want to see about the murders. Canadian lawyer advised Ryan Wedding to kill witness. Wait, what? Oh, come on.
They're saying his lawyer told him to do it?
I guess so. Here we go. Share screen.
What?
Here we go. Look at this shit.
I don't think they could compare Pretty Boy with Escobar. Ouch.
Okay. Are you sharing screen? Okay.
We arrested 12 people yesterday in an international takedown. You're going to hear more about that. One of which is this lawyer in Canada. His lawyer advised them to kill.
Okay, so right there, though.
Told him if you kill this witness.
I am totally going to write the lawyer.
Was it a takedown or did he turn himself in?
Right. Oh, yeah. And the lawyer is saying it was a takedown. And that Ryan didn't turn himself in either.
The case would be dismissed. That lawyer is now in custody, and he'll be extradited and brought to justice here in the United States. Yeah, the attorney, he's named in the indictment that was unsealed today. His name is Deepak Pardkar, Paradkar. He is a lawyer. I'll have the Canadian police commissioner.
Wait, what did I say, Ronnie? Your eyes just opened after what Cher's comment?
Probably when you said that his lawyer advised him to have a witness killed.
Oh, yeah.
Provide more details. He was one of the people arrested yesterday. I understand he initially refused to come out of his home. He put up a little bit of resistance, but he was eventually taken into custody. It was very important for us to get him because when you have people who are officers of the court, who are lawyers, we take oaths to protect the public and defend the law. And when you have lawyers who are assisting international drug trafficking players on how to evade law enforcement and to murder witnesses, we can't have that stand. So it's very important to us that the lawyer be charged and the lawyer be brought to justice.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. Did I maybe I didn't hear right. But how would they know? So were they tapping the lawyer's phone calls with Ryan?
Yeah, I don't know how they would know a lawyer advised him to do that. I also, like, you guys have never seen Better Call Saul, apparently?
No, you know I have. What? What the fuck?
Next steps and the ideas yesterday.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just trying to figure, are we trying to start a beef with Canada? Is that what this is? We're trying to take your Olympic snowboarder guy and we're talking shit about Canadian lawyers? Like,
I think they know that. I think they want to get him there because, I mean, it's a fucking well-oiled money-making machine at this point, obviously. And also, they know that he would absolutely be walking free in Canada if charged in Canada. And I think that's what they're trying to prevent. And also they're parading him around like a fucking zoo animal.
you think he'd get off on this if he was in Canada?
Oh, yeah. Look at the people they let free.
Well, okay, yeah. Did Ryan rat on his attorney? I would hope not, for the sake of his case. Like, it was kind of a joke, but seriously, have you never seen Better Call Saul? Don't fuck over your lawyer.
We engage in an operation following information that we received and arrest 7 out of 8 Canadians. All of them are currently locked up, waiting the extradition process. So they'll have a fair process in front of a judge, and then our Department of Justice will communicate with the justice here, and then we'll go through the steps of the extradition. But the premise is everybody will charge in the United States. So, and you had something about 7. Is it something else?
Know more about those 7 Canadians.
Well, the 7 Canadians.
So why is he? And everyone will be charged in the United States. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, again, I think that comes back to they're saying this criminal enterprise killed a U.S. federal informant, and they're saying a lot of the smuggling and the crimes took place in the U.S. But yeah, I don't know why the Canadian Mounted Police General man needs to come to America and say that.
Yeah. This is all show pony.
We're arrested in the province of Quebec, some in Ontario, some in Alberta. We still have eyes on another person, but they are being charged conspiracy to commit murder, trafficking, as I listed earlier, conspiracy, drug trafficking, and murder as well.
Conspiracy.
Timeline of the extradition.
Well, that's for the courts, and I don't control that, unfortunately, because it happened tomorrow if it's just to me.
Karen said, "Oh, that's the conspiracy. Goes all the way to the top. Someone wants to embarrass the whole Canadian country." I guess it could. Is Canada usually pretty pissy when like famous people up there get in trouble?
I don't. Depends, I guess, who it is and what did they do.
Well, okay, like in this case, he was a Olympic athlete representing Canada, and then he came home and started doing drug stuff. Do you think Canada is like, fuck this guy, let's feed him to the Americans?
No. If you just go like around, like I'm in like a bunch of like Facebook groups, and I watch a bunch of forums all over different, platforms, and you see in the comments a lot of us Canadians are like, Cash is just using this as whatever to save his job, or like basically let him go. They're lying on him. And
so you think it's America using this for clout more than Canada being like, you've dishonored our country?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think Canada was like that, but that conspiracy comment made me think like,
that's from what I gather. That's my opinion from what I see going around.
Well, you live there, so I mean, I can talk all the shit, but you literally live there.
You never know these days. Yeah. It's Trump's fault.
Orange man bad.
Orange man bad, yep.
Re-elect Obama.
So I'm going to pull up.
I love how we just breeze past that one. Just re-elect Obama, and you're like, yep. Anyway.
Actually, no, I was just trying to figure out what one to pull up. I would say, yeah, re-elect Obama. Let's see who else he kills.
Oh, yeah, he totally fucking killed that guy. Every time, it's been a running joke that started on another show, but either way, it's been a running joke for me to just be like, I miss Obama. We need Obama back. I always forget he totally killed a guy.
Maybe, allegedly, but they weren't around when it happened.
Does an Olympic snowboarder move into selling cocaine? Yes, he does.
Ryan Wedding. What is this? The Many Murders of Ryan Wedding. Let's see what this is.
many. It sounds like at most it's like 3, which everyone we've covered on this show so far has more than 3.
This isn't right. Chris Watts has 3.5.
Like, this is a light show compared to what we normally do, and they're like, this is the biggest monster on the planet. Like, this is barely a show.
Advised him to kill a witness. What?
Is underway for a former Olympic athlete who's now on the FBI's most wanted list. He's accused of being an international drug.
Look how he talks.
Ryan Wedding is a modern-day iteration of Pablo Escobar.
Authorities announced new murder charges against 44-year-old Ryan Wedding.
He's just going to keep saying that.
Well, I think that's the same clip, but either way, it doesn't make sense.
Cocaine in the world. Investigators believe he may be hiding in Mexico under the protection of a cartel.
His organization is responsible for importing approximately 60 metric tons.
Yeah, I think this is the same clip.
A year into Los Angeles.
Shut up, Pam Bondi. He unalived 3. Well, I can't really get to the bottom of that one either. Either he did it, or he put a hit out on these people, or someone in his drug trafficking ring did it, and now because it's his trafficking ring, it's his fault. I don't know, but apparently some people died and it's his fault somehow. That's kind of what we're trying to figure out with this show, and
today
nothing's
he's facing
adding
charges
up.
of murder,
Whoa.
attempted murder, and distribution of hundreds of kilos of cocaine. But around 25 years ago, he was a world champion skier and snowboarder, winning medals and representing Canada at the Winter Olympics. Ryan Wedding's life is one of the most insane crime stories ever lived, and after his sports career didn't make him the
Did he
millions
keep
that he
the
hoped,
Superman suit?
just signed their death warrants. Suddenly, the silence of their had just signed their death warrants. Suddenly, the silence.
Oh, okay. I was trying not to.
.com/traplawross. Link in description, or you can scan the QR code on the screen now.
What the fuck?
Where you can get those for just $2.
Morgan and
Also,
Morgan
you can now
ad
watch
on this
my new
shit?
drops on Spotify, so go search me there. Here's the video. On the night of November the 20th, 2023, a deceptive calm settled over the rental home on Mayfield Road in Caledon, Ontario, a rural town in Canada less than an hour away from the center of Toronto. Inside the residence, the atmosphere was warm and still as the Sidhu family would wind down for the evening. But unbeknownst to them, a logistical error made in a cartel war room thousands of miles away had just signed their death warrants. Suddenly, the silence of their tranquil home.
What the fuck are you like? The cartel has, like, how the basement of the Pentagon is where they discuss war tactics. Like, the cartel has a fucking Pentagon and they're sitting in the basement of it somewhere in a war room. What? Do you realize we're talking about drug dealers, right? Fucking God, I hate the news so much.
Was shattered by the violent crash of the front door being kicked off its hinges, and their sanctuary was breached by armed gunmen who moved in with the cold efficiency of a hit squad. These hitters, wrongly believing that they had found the thieves of a stolen drug shipment, and once they were inside, they didn't ask a single question. They just began executing this innocent family.
My father was shot in front of me. I heard my mother's last screams, and after that, it was complete silence. Only the
okay, I'm going Alex Jones with this shit. Crisis actor. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
I'm just kidding.
I believe somebody got taken out on a case of mistaken identity, but
yeah,
why am I supposed to believe Ryan Wedding had anything to do with this?
Yeah, I still haven't seen anything.
All you've told me is that some cartel members broke into a house and killed some people, which, okay, sure.
So we just have, or no, they said they have the attorney and everything too. Okay. 7 people or something they said arrested.
7 or 8, yeah.
noises of gunshots were there. That's it. I didn't even get to meet them for the last time.
Well,
Sorry. No, sorry.
No, this is a very like whoever put this together, CBC. God damn it! Whoever edits CBC's YouTube reel clip things, whatever you call this, you know what you're doing. You know the way you edited this.
Oh man.
My mom was in another room. My father was in front of me. He died. I wasn't able to do anything.
Jagtar Sidhu was executed first, and only seconds later, his wife Harbajan's
Sorry, he died. Fucking got me. He died is crazy. Oh man, very tragic. R.I.P. to the innocent people who were murdered by the drug cartel. But dude, whoever edited that is an asshole.
Oh my god, this is getting clipped. We're going to hell.
Shame on you, CBC, you fucking bricks.
terrified screams would echo through the hallway before she too was silenced by gunfire. Meanwhile, in her bedroom on the first floor, their 28-year-old daughter would hear the chaos erupt, but before she could even react, the shadow...
God, whoever edits for CBC needs to be fucking fired.
I don't think it's CBC actually, but why does it say CBC?
Well, that's where they got the news clips, clearly. I don't know if that scream was edited like in post for this video or if that was part of the newsreel, but
oh man, this is so fucked up.
While the gunman was towering over her, mercilessly, he would raise his weapon and fire 13 times at the innocent girl.
Myself, I called 911 as soon as I got my consciousness back. Whole family shot. This is what I was saying repeatedly.
Miraculously, she would survive by playing dead, while the men who destroyed her family walked out into the cold, dead night.
It's truly incredible that you're even able to speak with us today. You were shot 13.
Which part?
If somebody, I don't know, let's say the cartel was sending somebody in to make sure that people don't leave that house alive, you wouldn't be alive. They wouldn't have closed their eyes and sprayed 13 at you. They would have put 2 in between your eyes and moved on with their day. That doesn't make any... That makes it seem like it was not the cartel. Right? Like if you were going into a house knowing nobody's leaving here alive, would you close your eyes and spray, or would you get the job done?
Good night. Is that CJ?
Oh, have a good night, CJ. Yeah.
Oh, dear, CBC News. Damn.
Times. What have doctors told you about what your recovery is going to look like?
It's still gonna take a long time. I still have to learn sitting, standing, walking. It's been very hard. And some days are okay, not too bad. Some days are filled with pain, lots of pain and medications every time.
This cold-blooded hit was apparently sent as a message in response to a stolen drug
I'm
shipment
getting
that passed through
dilaudid.
Southern California.
Oh,
and people accused
Jesus. We're getting canceled on this one.
Well, I'm just saying, man. Fucking, you can be sad about it, or you can be like sick, free dilaudid.
They were
I did.
right. Did she say they were right in front of her when they shot, and they shot 13 times? See,
That's what I'm saying. Are you gonna close your eyes and spray, or are you gonna get the job done? Like if hitmen whose job it is
exactly.
It like either those guys need to be fired, or I don't know if those were hitmen.
Yeah, that's terrible.
of sending it were Ryan Wedding and his right-hand man, an enforcer who went by the name of Andrew Clark.
So I think Andrew Clark is his lawyer.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So they're saying him and his lawyer are in on this together. That sounds like you're trying to discredit his lawyer, his defense lawyer in his case.
Right.
That's not legal, Cash Patel.
I almost wonder if somebody went in to kill these people to basically make it and put the blame to have something bigger on Ryan.
That's possible.
I mean,
yeah, some kind of false flag. I will get canceled for that joke.
Oh.
James' wedding story begins in the biting cold of the Canadian North. Born on September the 14th, 1981 in Thunder Bay, Ontario, he was born into a world defined by its rugged landscapes and punishing
Thunder
winters.
Bay?
From the very beginning, his path was carved by a family dynasty deeply embedded in the culture of winter sports. Specifically, his maternal grandparents, Lauren and Marilyn Speece, were local legends who had owned and operated the Mount Baldy Ski Club since the 1960s. Moreover, his father was a trained engineer and former competitive skier, and his uncle Craig, a Northwestern Ontario Sports Hall of Fame inductee. Accordingly, the trajectory towards elite competition seemed set almost from birth, and in 1993, a pivotal shift would occur when the wedding family moved west to Coquitlam, British Columbia.
This feels like the drama with the royal family. Everybody's all important. His grandparents are these big-time Richie resort owners. His dad's an engineer and a competitive skier himself. This feels like almost a Canadian dynasty family, and someone needed to take the fall.
Interesting.
Kind of the same way Princess Diana was killed. Like, someone had to go, and fucking there you go. Oops.
Columbia when Ryan was just 12 years old. This relocation was life-changing as it placed the young athlete directly in the heart of Canada's exploding snowboarding revolution.
This is what all the fuss is about. It's like snow surfing, an idea that originated in where else? California.
And it's
been
cool
around for
and
almost
not
a
gay
decade in the
like
United
skiing.
States. And now it's becoming the trendy thing to do on our local ski slopes.
Almost immediately, young Ryan would adapt to the new discipline, and by the age of just 15, he had already secured a coveted spot on the Canadian national ski team. Throughout his rapid ascent, he was supported by his family every step of the way.
From what I remember, he had good family support. His mom and dad were
that fucking guy again who, talked to him for...
Yeah, I saw him for 20 minutes on the slope one time.
Oh, good, Karen. I'm glad.
That's why I'm here. I don't have a lot of skills, but I can tell jokes on the internet.
all the races, and
in a short period of time, he proved his natural talent wasn't just a fluke, eventually capturing the bronze medal at the Junior World Championships in 1999. Consistently climbing the ranks, he followed this up, winning a silver medal at the 2001 Junior Olympics. However, as the millennium turned, Ryan's sights were firmly set on the 2002 Winter Olympics. The 6'3" aspiring gold medalist was an imposing figure, and to many, he represented the hope of the nation.
Yeah, well, when I met Ryan, you're right. I'm about 10 years older than him, and at the end of my career, and Ryan was just 18 or 19, and he was like
gay.
6'3", he looked like Superman. He was going to be the next, and pretty much was the next best guy on tour that we had seen. And so,
poised for glory, he arrived in Salt Lake City, ready to represent his country on the world stage in the parallel giant slalom. But the Olympic Games for Ryan Wedding was unfortunately a heartbreaking disappointment, and the pressure proved far too much for the young athlete to handle. On February the 14th, 2002, instead of standing on the podium, he finished a disappointing 24th place in the men's parallel giant slalom, failing to even qualify for the medal rounds. This disappointing result would play at least a small part in shaping Ryan Wedding's dark future.
For him,
that's kind of what I don't like this. That's basically what they said about Jason Ellis too. Ellis was like in the mix. He was a top 10 vert skateboarder at one point, and then he just kind of kept getting hurt, and like whatever, skateboarding's a hard career to have. So when he stopped skating, everybody was like, oh yeah, Ellis just stopped skating because he likes drugs more than skating. Like, no, dude, it's not. We don't just get depressed and start doing drugs because we do bad at one contest.
Right.
But I was wondering if that wasn't where this was going. Oh, look, he was this podium medal winning Olympic snowboarder, and then he lost, and then he got mad at the world, and now he's in the cartel.
Right. I guess.
Future was probably top of mind, and when he didn't perform at the top of his game in Salt Lake City, then he probably was thinking like, what's the next thing that he can do in his life to earn an income.
This massive
He probably was, or he told you this because you guys are best buddies and all.
I also don't like how people do that. Well, he couldn't snowboard anymore, so what else was he going to do to make money? Like, he's obviously not an idiot. He made it to the Olympics.
Right.
failure was clearly a crushing blow for Ryan. Perhaps he'd imagined glory as a snowboarder and the fame and riches that would come with becoming a top athlete. But his huge successes in the Junior Olympics simply didn't translate into success in the big boy adult Olympics. Consequently, the risk-taking and competitive instincts that drove him down that mountain simply changed lanes, directing him to a much darker and more dangerous enterprise. And in the absence of the fame and fortune that he thought snowboarding would bring him, he decided to apply himself to another white powdery vocation, deciding instead to go from Shaun White to Walter White and get all the toys he wanted in life.
They did not. Stop.
Oh, but don't keep throwing strays at Shaun White. That guy can get it.
Oh yeah.
Lucky world of dealing drugs.
Oh.
Following the crushing Olympic disappointment in Salt Lake City, Wedding retreated to Vancouver instead of returning to the World Cup circuit to fight for redemption. At the time, he told his father he was interested in becoming a stockbroker or joining his dad's engineering firm with the goal of settling down in the suburbs with a wife and kids. Clearly, he wanted a career that would earn him the big bucks and the shiny toys, but it also appeared he was in a rush for glory. To earn extra money immediately, he would begin working as a bouncer, a job that placed him directly at the velvet rope intersection of Vancouver's high society and its gritty criminal underworld. In the mid-2000s, Vancouver's nightlife was the playground for a new breed of gangster, with biker gangs like the Hells Angels having an iron grip on lucrative parts.
I just knew they were gonna do that.
Oh yeah, I forgot the early 2000s was the Hells Angels era.
Of Vancouver's drug markets during this time.
The city of Vancouver has been consistently ranked as one of the 3 most livable cities in the world. This port city also has the reputation for being a mecca for cheap, illicit drugs. And with a boom in sales, there's been a major change in who controls the multi-billion-dollar business. But that changing of the guard has triggered a torrent of violence. Across Canada, the once dominant mafia has been pushed aside. The rough, homegrown gang has taken over.
Homegrown gang?
What? It's like the biggest motorcycle club in the U.S. What the fuck are you talking about?
The Hells Angels. Leaders in an enterprise that feeds on the misery and shattered lives of its victims.
This was also the era of the notorious United Nations, or UN gang, led by the charismatic and ruthless Clay Rouge.
But then there is another side, a hidden side caught by police cameras and microphones. Cross-border drug drops, photos of evidence, bullets, bling, and boomboxes in armored SUVs. Canadian authorities provided plenty of evidence to American counterparts that led to Clay Rouge's guilty plea. And now that evidence has been made public. It shows the former kid from Chilliwack turned gangster talking with other gangsters about drug deals.
They would also be at war with their violent rivals.
What the fuck? Okay, I don't.
So yeah,
actual news.
There's a couple. Oh, nice. Thank you, Ronnie.
Awesome,
Dude, we're selling
Ronnie.
all the t-shirts today. Hell yeah. I appreciate that, Ronnie. Thank you. What? Okay. Well, Ronnie also said, I think he fell into a low income slump and did it a little to make some quick money, and the quick money lasted longer than he probably expected. See, I feel like, especially with professional athletes like this, he probably just had some whatever it was, cocaine or weed or whatever he was doing. He probably just had some, and he was like selling it to his friends, and it kind of started like, a lot of times you don't realize you're a drug dealer until you're like in way too deep and you're buying tigers and shit. It kind of feels like you're just hanging out with your friends until all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait, I'm a drug dealer, aren't I?
Yeah.
And then Karen said, I think people who sell drugs at a high level probably don't have addiction issues. It depends. Some of them have such crazy addictions that they have to sell drugs at a high level to keep their own addiction going. But yeah, a lot of them are literally just addicted to money. They just every day want to see their bank account be $1 million higher. Gangster. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, is he a gang member conducting gang business? Or is he a professional snowboarder that likes to do cocaine, talking to other people who like to do cocaine?
For years, former associates and rivals have been turning up dead, from Canada to Colombia. The long trail of bodies leading to an unlikely suspect. Ryan Wedding, once an Olympic snowboarder.
A long trail of bodies. What?
Again, like, allegedly there's 3, unless you're trying to pin whatever the cartel did on him, which even if you're the leader of a cartel ring, I feel like you don't have much control over the dudes in the cartel. They're kind of fucking criminals.
Right. What the fuck?
Border from BC, now one of the FBI's most wanted, with a $10 million bounty on his head.
Wedding went from being an elite athlete to an alleged drug kingpin and murderer to now a famous fugitive.
Retracing his path from the top of the mountain to the underworld, we hear for the first time from the woman he married while in prison.
He said that he was just at the wrong place and wrong time.
And the FBI agent who confronted him.
He's someone who needs to be brought to justice because this won't be the end.
Le Canada.
At the 2002 games in Salt
Why'd they put the clip of the Asian announcer saying Canada?
Yeah, because that is Canada.
Lake City, somewhere in that.
Don't even get me started. That's a whole nother show.
I genuinely don't know.
Oh man.
Canadians and Asians we need to
Asians, Hindus, and I mean, you can't even get the ham sandwich at Tim Hortons anymore because it's only freaking the Indians that don't touch pork. They won't touch it. So then now the ham sandwich got taken off the menu.
Really?
Yep.
Man,
it is wild.
God damn it, Canada.
Don't get me started.
We fought so hard. We fought so hard to get you people under the thumb of the French. And now you're just going to let people tell you can't have ham anymore? Your fucking Canadian bacon is ham. You're going to let them take your national food?
Was a promising 20-year-old Olympic rookie, seemingly destined for a long career on the slopes.
Notre Canadien maintenant, Ryan Wedding.
At 6'3" and with grandparents who owned a ski hill in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Wedding proved a natural, flying down the giant slalom course. Though this would be his only time competing on the world's biggest stage. Failing to qualify for the next round, within years, Wedding would be forging ties with a Mexican drug cartel. For the Vancouver Sun, crime reporter.
What? That was just. That was a jump, wasn't it? Be a little more excited, Canada. Oh, it's fucking bad.
Kim Bolin wrote about Wedding when those connections lay.
Okay, but what is that picture? Like,
I mean, one they picked to make him look fucking stupid.
Oh, man.
Later came to light.
I got a lot of calls from his friends and family after I first reported on the case, suggesting that, we were being cruel to report this and that he was a great guy. He was a very charismatic person, very popular.
See what I'm saying, Casey? They're everywhere watching and saying that media's got it wrong.
Well, come hang out. I'll talk to you.
Right.
Lots of women in his life.
Oh, God. In 2006, in Maple Ridge, east of Vancouver, came the first sign of trouble. Wedding's name appeared in an RCMP search warrant for a cannabis grow-op. He wasn't charged yet, but his criminal connections flourished.
The goddamn jazz cabbage.
In June 2008, Wedding flew to Los Angeles to buy 24 kilograms of cocaine. Instead, he got caught in a sting operation and was arrested by FBI Special Agent Brett Kalina.
Damn, that
now
happened in LA.
retired, we reached him in San
Okay, but imagine you're meeting this guy to buy cocaine. He's undercover. Look at that.
Yeah, no, I'm going to rob you, sir.
Yeah. Cocaine? What cocaine? Yeah.
Hello, fellow drug addicts.
We really didn't know about Ryan Wedding until he stepped off the plane. He was very confident that he was just going to be able to pull this off. This was going to be a deal like any other that he may have done up in Canada. And again, we didn't have a huge history.
This is what I'm saying. Like, the words on the street was the law was letting him get away with an awful lot for a long time. So why now was it such a big deal? Like, what?
Well, because the entire world
didn't care.
The entire world is mad at Kash Patel right now, so he needs something to get the heat off of him and back on to, I don't know, everybody else, I guess. But even right now, here's this undercover dude talking about how much of a monster this guy is. He's worse than fucking El Chapo. But also, we don't have a lot of information about what he was doing before he tried to buy cocaine from me.
Right?
How do you know he's a monster then?
Right.
This whole thing fucking stinks of this dude is either a fall guy, he either was involved in some shit and he's a fall guy, or he straight got set up.
Yeah. Some kind of mixture of the both, I feel like. Like, he definitely got into some shit, but like you said, and like I think something happened and someone's like, oh, he's famous or something. I don't know. Obviously, he has a passport, so he can get around, and decided, like, maybe I don't know, maybe he was dabbling on his own and then owed somebody, and then like I think you said earlier, because you don't just overnight become this fucking kingpin. He wasn't like, oh well, I lost at this Olympic game and I'm going to Mexico now tomorrow, I'm a drug lord.
Yeah, I have to believe if you're dedicated enough to get yourself to not only to an Olympic level skill-wise, but put in the time and dedication to actually make the team and go to the Olympics and do all that, I have to believe that would be like me losing a skate. It'd be like me getting into Street League and then losing and then being like, you know what? I'm never skateboarding again. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I'd be bummed, sure, but the next day I'd be like, well, I'm going back to the skate park.
Yeah. How many years did this happen over? I mean,
his first bust for the grow op in Canada was in like 2006.
Yeah.
So they've kind of been on this dude for like 20 years.
Yep, that sounds right.
Which, if he's such a monster, if he's such a horrible guy, and you guys have known this for 20 fucking years, what are you doing?
Right. And don't you think there'd be, what they say, a long line of bodies?
Yeah, a trail of bodies from Canada to Mexico, apparently.
He's the biggest bad guy they've ever seen.
And these are the people who caught El Chapo.
And let Bin Laden go. I'm just kidding. What?
Oh yeah, and that one dude, Bin Ladders or shoots and ladders or
shoots and ladders is great.
Obama.
Of him, we did not know he was a snowboarder.
You say Obama like Mark says Oprah.
Oprah?
Yeah, he's always mentioning Oprah.
You got to say both those names with a question mark. Oprah?
Porter?
U.S. court records obtained by CBC News show Wedding pleaded with the judge for a lenient sentence. Your Honor, what I did was completely out of character for me, he said. I am truly sorry. As an athlete, I was always taught that there is no second chances, and well, I'm here asking for exactly that.
That's not what... especially in snowboarding, I'm not knocking snowboarders. I'm actually fucking terrible at snowboarding. It's really hard, but when you fall down in the snow, you don't tend to get hurt a lot. So you actually get a lot of second chances in snowboarding.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of one of the benefits.
True. I agree. What did take so long? Well, you heard what that one guy said. Canada was leaving him the hell alone, and they had their own deals. What deals was that? If I had to guess, and me being a Canadian and, having had in the past a job that I had to sign an NDA to which I would not speak what I witnessed RCMP do within said job and building. Well, anyway,
can you say if that was for privacy reasons or because they didn't want people to know what they were up to?
That.
Okay.
Privacy reasons for that. I was even taught and coached on how to turn their wives away if they show up and turn blind eyes to things and such.
Oh, some Bob Lazar shit?
Yeah, Bob Lazar shit. I would say that maybe they had deals with him and he was, I don't know, helping keep drugs flowing in certain areas, maybe. I don't know, allegedly.
Well, I mean, can we also all admit that as much as every government on the planet is going to deny it, they also make a lot of money off of the drugs moving around the country as well.
Right.
They don't want that to stop necessarily. They would like to be in control of it. If the CIA could just take over the cartel and keep doing what they're doing, they would. Now we got to... This is going to get super into the weeds, but now we got to do a show about Ollie North.
Okay, who's that?
Exactly. Nobody knows that name, and you should.
Okay.
You know how in the 80s, the CIA completely admitted to selling drugs and guns to Iranian terrorists?
No.
So in the 80s, the CIA has admitted that they were selling drugs and guns to, it was called the Contra back then, but it was basically an Iranian terrorist group, for lack of a better word. And the CIA needed money for something. I forget what they were trying to do, but they had this dude, Ollie North, move a bunch of cocaine from, I think, Colombia back up to America to fund whatever shit they were trying to do with Iran. And then someone found out, or it got leaked or something, and they took Ollie North down because he was like the guy who did it or whatever. But really, the CIA was the one that was like, yeah, you're going to go down to Colombia, you're going to get this cocaine, you're going to bring it back, and we're going to take the money from that and fund the fucking Iranian terrorists with it.
Jesus.
So with all that in mind,
that was huge in the 80s. Karen said she remembers it because she's old.
I know because I'm into stuff like this. There's also a skateboard trick called the Ollie North. And I was like, what the fuck is that? What does that mean? So I Googled it one day and I was like, that's the most skateboarder shit. Hey, did you guys hear about the CIA guy selling cocaine to the Condra and doing all this stuff? We should name a skateboard trick after that. But my point with all that was, yes, governments will absolutely get involved with drug cartels and they will absolutely fund whatever shit they're trying to do with drug money. Happens all the time. So maybe they were leaving this dude alone because they were getting a little kick, like, give me 20% of whatever deals you make and I'll leave you alone.
I could see that. I could see, yeah, I mean, there's corruption everywhere like that. That's all I'll say. It would not surprise me. And so America's like, we're just going to take them because Canada isn't going to do anything. So we are.
Well, or what kind of deal was made there? Like, did America go to Canada and say, oh, we'll do whatever if you let us take this case, or vice versa? Canada said, hey, man, we'll let you take this if you whatever.
You just audited. Oh, good job, Karen.
Dang, Karen's working harder than I am.
Oh, yeah.
I'm at work.
Wedding was sentenced to 4 years behind bars and sent to a notorious mega prison.
I'm gonna write him.
In West Texas. Our investigation finds he then married a BC businesswoman. Here's the marriage license.
I'm gonna find her.
Dated February 14th, Valentine's Day 2011, while Wedding was an inmate, and after she says they dated in BC. We reached his former bride on the phone all these years later.
You married him while he was in prison. Didn't you have any concerns about his lifestyle at the time?
No, he said that he was wrong. He was just there with a friend and he got convicted, like he was just at the wrong place and wrong time.
Are you involved in money laundering?
No, of course I am not.
In fact, we found a woman's name came up twice in police investigation.
She did not just slip.
Well,
his
ski resort grandparents are absolutely money laundering. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my gosh.
Place and wrong time.
Are you involved in money laundering?
No, of course I am not.
In fact, we found the woman's name came up twice in police investigations tied to money laundering. We're not naming her here since she's not charged with a crime, but records show she and Wedding moved in together in Coquitlam, BC after he got out of prison. Around the time authorities say he was building his own criminal network.
But was he, or was he just a guy that liked to do cocaine?
And then got pushed and probably blackmailed and this and that.
Like,
oh man.
From personal experience, I guess, a little bit of my own story is like, I was a kid that liked smoking weed when I was fucking 13. And then just being in that world and being around people and knowing where to get it and whatever, all of a sudden I woke up one day when I was 18 with like 4 pounds of weed. It was like, how did we get here? Like, I was buying dime bags a year ago. What is going on? So is this one of those things where he was just like doing a little blow and then one thing leads to another and all of a sudden you have a kilo and you're like, do fuck.
Yeah. I mean, most of the people here know my story. They know. I mean, obviously, I was a weed dealer, not legally, but then I mean, it did cross the line into ecstasy and other shit. And honestly, happened so fucking fast. Like I can't even.
That's what I'm saying. Like you didn't intentionally wake up one day and go, "Oh, I'm going to sell even more harder drugs." You just kind of end up around it and it becomes a normal part of the lifestyle, and then all of a sudden you're selling ecstasy. And you're like, "Well,
Yeah.
I didn't really mean to be an ecstasy dealer, but here I am."
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying it's okay to be an international cocaine dealer, but I'm also not saying this dude got out of prison and was like, "All right, babe, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start selling all of the cocaine."
Yeah. Well, is it okay to be a transnational drug trafficker?
That depends on which way you go.
Oh, okay.
By 2015, Wedding was on the RCMP's radar when they unveiled a major operation targeting cartel-linked cocaine imports by sea. But by the time he was charged, Wedding was already gone.
Gee, I wonder how that happened. Because he wasn't tipped off at all that, they were going to...
Right. Yeah, why was he magically gone the day they raided his weed farm?
Yeah.
Off to Mexico, where prosecutors say he's protected by the infamous Sinaloa cartel. All of it coming to light last fall when U.S. federal authorities laid out drugs and guns seized in their investigation, announcing they too were now on the hunt for Wedding.
Upon his release, we believe he went back to drug trafficking and in fact built this prolific and ruthless organization.
Whoa. But why you got, and then they put footage of just like random explosions in Mexico. Like, what does that have to do with Ryan? I don't think he ordered the guy to go put the bomb in the road. Like,
no, they're sure putting a lot on him. I feel like I just saw someone peek through
from a
my
South
window,
Florida,
and then
ew.
Yeah.
Mansion to the streets of Colombia, officers arrested suspected accomplices, even alleging Wedding orchestrated a botched shooting in this Caledon, Ontario home in November 2023 over a stolen drug shipment.
They
my
better
father
not.
was shot in front of me. I heard my mother's last screams. And after that, it was complete silence.
Police later revealing the attack on that family was a grim case of mistaken identity. The RCMP say Wedding still poses a serious threat in Canada. Authorities releasing...
What the fuck?
That last edit wasn't funny. That made me feel bad for that girl. That's what I'm saying. CBC knew what they were doing.
Oh, yeah. And so he got the entire house wrong? Like, so what are they saying that?
So they're saying that a shipment was stolen from Southern California somewhere. Okay. And the cartel figured out that it was the people who did it were at this address, but it was the wrong address. So some cartel dudes just showed up in the middle of the night, kicked the door in, started blasting away, apparently, and apparently Ryan ordered this hit.
I guess so. Yep, that's what they're saying. Hi, Fairy.
What up, Fairy? We're watching fucking real life Breaking Bad, kind of.
Yeah, the Canadian Breaking Bad.
Polite Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
These two photos, both taken somewhere.
But it's cocaine, not maple syrup.
Sometime in 2024, betting someone will remember seeing him and report his whereabouts. The hope is that $10 million bounty.
Figured it out. Figured it out. Alex Jones is on the case. What they were going to do is they were going to use all the cocaine he was bringing back from Mexico to put it into the maple syrup. So that way everyone would be addicted to maple syrup, and then Canada would have an export.
Why did you just bring the coffee pot down from the bathroom?
It was full of moldy coffee and dumped in the toilet.
Oh, okay. What the fuck?
Also help
clip it.
Put an end to a decade-long manhunt.
The increase in the reward should make it clear there is nowhere safe for Wedding to hide.
That's the only short of this episode I'm going to put up. No context, just that.
Oh, man. I was very confused.
It's also hilarious to me that I had no questions about you saying the coffee pot down from the bathroom, because that's where you should keep your coffee pot. Everyone who keeps it in the kitchen is an idiot.
Right? Maybe like Kramer from Seinfeld. Actually, that'd be nasty. Making food in the shower would be so fucking sick.
I mean, if I'm anyone, I'm Kramer.
I'm gonna put the... Well, how do you feel about... I was gonna make us like for my channel, I have like a Google number or whatever. I can make us like a Google number if you want, so people can like call in. But how do you feel if we like share the link if people want to come up and discuss any of this with us or something?
Yeah, we can do that if anyone wants to chime in. If anyone has anything to say, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Do you know how to do like the call in through the computer thing?
So
we could figure it out later.
I know how to do it. I just am not sure. Basically, you would log into the Google Voice thing through the computer, so that the call comes through the audio.
Okay.
But
so if
I'm not
download it on the computer here. Maybe we can give that a practice one of these days or something.
Yeah, because I also don't know. I don't think this would matter, but I don't know if because we're streaming from my computer, if it needs to be on my computer or or if it's the same as like, because you can share your screen and it doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out.
So
I can always do call in too and hold it up to the microphone, but sometimes that's not really the best sound. But I used to do that. But yeah.
But no, yeah, we can definitely do like a call in Google number thing if we want, or we can start do like.
Or so for some topics, it would be fun.
Yeah, do like the first half of the show and then let other people pop up kind of once we've explained what's going on and see what people think.
Yeah, and then maybe other people have other videos they know of that they can lead us to as well, or yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, or if you guys, like I know there was a couple people saying, oh, I just read this article, I just found that, I just found this. If you guys find something and want to share it with the class.
Yep.
Because I do the bare minimum amount of research for these shows. I want to kind of learn everything in real time, live with you guys. So like I know the gist of stuff going in, but like I didn't know they were going to say that his lawyer is the one who told him to take those people out.
Right? That's Maple show up now and out of that. I missed something.
Oh, when Mark was moving the coffee maker, I was saying I figured it out. They were going to take the cocaine he was bringing back and put it in the maple syrup so that everyone gets addicted to maple syrup, and Canada has a major export.
Oh, did I lose you? No. Okay.
No, we're good.
I'm looking at. Hold on. Where's the search? Okay, here we go. Hold on. Ryan. How is it not popping up? Okay, there we go. Let's see.
Yeah, I agree. Whether his attorney actually told him to do that or not, it's wild that they would just come out on national TV like that and be like, hey, you know this lawyer who's probably got his own reputation and his own business and his own prestige? Yeah, fuck that guy. He told this other guy to kill some people. Like, that's a crazy thing to do on TV. I think technically that's slander.
Right? They're going to have a GoFundMe for suing.
Oh, fucking Christ. If this guy gets a GoFundMe, I'm making one.
We should look it up. So what are they saying here? As of yesterday at 10:45 a.m., alleged link emerges between Ryan Wedding and major Toronto police corruption case. New court documents have revealed an alleged connection between accused international cocaine trafficker and former Canadian Olympic snowboarder Ryan Wedding in one of the largest police corruption investigation in Toronto's history. So they're they are really pushing this shit. Wow.
But they are investigating police corruption in Canada too?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. In Toronto, the biggest one. Yeah, it says this is yesterday at 10:45 a.m. Okay. I have supposed to get alerts or notifications when there's anything new on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all know every app is real good at giving you your notifications.
Let's see here.
Is he in custody? I couldn't figure that part out. He is? Okay.
He is. I'll pull that video up. They parade him around after getting off the plane, and Cash is like trying to hurry up his little ass to get like front and center. It's kind of fucking funny. All right. According to investigators, the Project South investigation began after an alleged conspiracy to murder a senior correctional officer. The probe later uncovered allegations that the confidential police information was leaked to organized crime figures, with data allegedly used to facilitate violent crimes, drug trafficking, and other criminal activity. Oh, remember, yeah, I mean, what was I just saying? And making, past deals with them. So they were having Ryan. He probably got in trouble for like a little bit of something and then became a runner or whatever. And now it's going to be taking down the biggest drug lord of all time.
Karen wants to know if the attorney is in custody, which it doesn't sound like it.
He was, but if he didn't know how to get his ass out of there, he's not a good attorney.
Yeah, first of all, if I hire an attorney and they get arrested and stay in jail
or free,
I'm going to fire that attorney. Can't get yourself out of jail.
Right. The attorney linked to Ryan Wedding, I can't say that name. He's currently free on bail while he was arrested in late 2025 for extradition to the United States on murder and drug conspiracy charges. The Ontario Superior Court of Justice granted him a $5 million bail.
Damn.
Wild. So, okay.
Wait. So he was in custody in America and they let him out and let him go back to Canada?
Yeah, that's what this says. Yep.
None of this makes any sense. They don't do that.
The Ontario Court of Appeal upheld this decision, meaning he remains out of jail while fighting his extradition. Yeah, so he's in Canada fighting getting sent to America. His release comes with strict court-mandated conditions, including house arrest, 24/7 confinement, GPS monitoring, continuous electronic tracking, and communication bans. No access to electronic devices unless supervised by the series. Oh, from Brampton? Oh my God. Okay. Damn. Let me pull up.
That sketch. Yeah, exactly. Do you see why both share? Cool.
There
Mike,
you are. Again. Uh-oh.
Stop doing that. I think my headphone cord is getting janky and it keeps, when your headphones like glitch out or whatever and it pauses your iPod. I think that's what it's right now.
Hey, Dad just texted. I want to see if he's heard of this Ryan wedding.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I'm sure he had his $1 million under his mattress. Yeah, for real.
Hello.
Hey, Dad, I'm on podcast right now.
Hi, Dad.
Casey says hi, Dad.
Hey.
Casey says hi, Dad.
Hey. Hi, Casey. How you doing?
He said, how are you? Yeah, he can hear you, but you can't hear him. I have my headphones on. But actually, I'm calling just to ask you a quick question to see if you've heard of somebody. Have you heard of the Ryan Wedding Olympic snowboarder?
Yeah. Didn't he get busted for importing dope or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've heard of him.
Okay. All right, but you don't know much about it. You should join us to talk about it on the next one. You should see some of this shit. It's crazy. I feel like they're setting them up.
I heard he's a big drug kingpin, but it sounds weird to me. Like I've never heard his name before.
Well, they're tying him to some big police corruption from
He's
in
the
Toronto.
new El Chapo.
They're calling him the new El Chapo, but they're linking him to, I guess, the Toronto police are all in shit or something. There was like a huge bust. They said the biggest in history on the corruption on the cops there, and they're basically saying he was dealing with them. And,
Toronto police are infamous. They've had a long history of being bad cops.
Okay. All right, Dad. I just want to see if you heard of him, but
I've heard of him. I don't know anything about him. I haven't followed the case or anything. I don't know.
yeah, we're basically just he's in jail, but the states got him. Like they said, basically Canada wasn't doing anything, so the states arrested him in Mexico. They said the cartel gave him up.
Well, I'd save Canada some money then if the states are going to prosecute him. And he'll get a hell of a lot more time down there than he would up here.
Well, that's the thing. That's why the states is taking him. All right, Dad. I saw you texted quick, and I was curious if you knew. Everyone's saying hi to you, but I was curious if you knew. But if you want to check into this guy with us on the next time we talk about him.
Sure, I'd be interested in hearing something about that.
What was that other guy you were wanting me to look into before? That I think he was a serial killer, and he was like from the army or something.
Oh yeah, Colonel Russell Williams.
Colonel Russell Williams. Will you text me that name?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a real bizarre case. Holy cow.
Maybe that would be a good podcast to talk about.
Oh, for sure it would.
Okay.
It was quite a while ago now, but he was big news.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very strange cat.
I don't know much about him, but I know I've seen clips of him before. He dressed in underwear, right? Women's underwear was his fetish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Well, text me the name and I'll get it on the list with Casey here and we'll figure it out sometime with you. All right. Love you, Dad.
Love
Okay. Bye. He said take care if you didn't hear him.
Bye, Dad. Well, that's hilarious that he said the exact same thing. He's like, that's weird. And the cops up here suck. And they probably want his money.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like he's been on this podcast with us.
You've heard of him?
Yeah, that name sounds vaguely familiar, but I also know of like 4 or 5 pretty high-ranking military dudes that like either while they were in or once they got out ended up being killers.
So what do you think? That could be a whole topic on its own, but it's gotta be tied to some kind of like trauma or maybe head injuries or PTSD even with
the cocaine or the women's underwear thing?
The women like killing people and being completely different, it seems like, than when they went in there, but maybe they weren't. Maybe they just hit it better.
I mean, a lot of dudes go into the military simply because they want to kill people, and it's a legal way to do it. Like,
it's true.
Thank you for your service, but also a lot of fucking creeps join the military just because, like, it's a legal way to kill people.
Yeah, damn,
but
that's true.
You're also right. PTSD and who knows what kind of crazy injuries and what kind of crazy shit he got into over there. He might have just broke his brain.
Incarcerated for groping.
Oh, that's not good. Also, he's having a terrible time in there. That's not something you want to be incarcerated for.
Right.
Paradkar was providing legal services for Ryan Wedding.
Sorry, what?
FBI 62-year-old Deepak Paradkar was providing legal services for Ryan Wedding, who is accused of operating an international drug trafficking ring. Paradkar is now accused of providing some very specific legal advice to Wedding on how to deal with a witness in Colombia who had agreed to testify against him.
His lawyer advised them to kill this witness. His lawyer told him if you kill this witness, the case would be dismissed.
I don't believe you.
In January of this year, that witness was killed at a restaurant in Colombia. At this point, it's not clear what evidence the FBI has to accuse Paradkar of advising this, but they are cooperating with the MP who took Paradkar.
Yeah, what would it possibly be unless they were tapping lawyer-client privileged conversations or whatever it's called?
I mean, they can do that, but it would also be inadmissible in court fucking immediately. Like, they can do that to get information, but they could never use that in court.
Yeah, so then what more could they have? I cannot say that name. Even after hearing it twice, I'm like, huh?
I mean, unless
Tuesday.
Unless Ryan straight up, like, unless they were like, you're being arrested for this murder, and Ryan was like, my lawyer told me to do it.
Oh.
At his GTA home.
He initially refused to come out of his home. He put up a little bit of resistance, but he was eventually taken into custody.
It was shocking.
Crazy.
To the legal community in Brampton.
Gun showed up and he didn't want to go outside.
Having somebody facing these allegations.
Gary Batasar has known Paradkar for decades. He says he already had a colorful past as a defense lawyer before any of this.
Online, he named himself cocaine lawyer, and there were other things that he was touting himself as.
He's known for representing convicted killer Dallin Millard and was also accused of wrongdoing in that case.
He represented Millard, and there was some controversy about letters, etc., from the jail.
Paradkar was accused of smuggling letters back and forth between Millard, who was in jail, and his girlfriend, an alleged attempt to sway witnesses. Paradkar denied any wrongdoing and was never.
How is... Okay, I get if he's not supposed to be sending letters to his girlfriend and you're his lawyer and you're doing that. That's very unprofessional. Okay. How is that witness tampering?
Right.
They wouldn't bring his girlfriend in as a witness anyway because that's his girlfriend.
Right.
And she would say, my boyfriend didn't do anything ever. He's a saint.
Are charged. The recent allegations involving Ryan Wedding are far more serious.
And when you have lawyers who are assisting international drug trafficking players on how to evade law enforcement and to murder witnesses, we can't have that stance. So it was very important to us that the lawyer be charged and the lawyer be brought to justice.
Okay.
Paradkar will now face an extradition hearing. If he tries to fight it, many in the legal community here in Canada believe it will be an uphill battle.
The role that a judge may play in this case is simply to say, would you like an aisle or a window seat?
This office building in Brampton is the address that Paradkar had listed for his law offices. We don't know if he still has an office here in this building, but when
then why are you there?
Online, it says the office
go away.
is closed. Greg Ross,
I'm out in front of a random building talking about a guy. Like,
we don't know if he's here. Oh yeah, Courtney. Oh, you have a big hole in your pants, in your butt. Just more randomness.
You never know what's going to happen on this show.
What is...
Legally speaking, this whole case makes no sense to me. I don't know what they're going to try, other than just tell a jury, he's cartel bad. But what's their case here?
This is his new attorney then in America?
Not guilty, he says, on both. Right. Listen, you know, they're painting this guy to be El Chapo or would they even they compared him to Escobar? What are your thoughts on this?
Sports.
You know, that's what the government has alleged. As you know, in this country, you're innocent until proven guilty. The government's got to prove each and every element of that offense that they've charged in both cases with proof beyond a reasonable doubt. So we're at a very early stage in the process here. Does he look like Chapo to you? Does he look like Pablo Escobar to you? No. I mean, he's a former Olympic athlete, and I don't think that he's who they claim him to be.
Do they claim that someone's getting the reward money for the tip? Do you know anything about that?
I don't know anything about
that. Okay, I forgot about the tip, Casey, but that is words on a lot of the streets too in Canada.
Yeah, someone got $15 million for ratting this dude out.
Yeah. And
which, you know who would really like $15 million? I don't know, the Sinaloa cartel.
Good night, sis. Love you.
Well, good night, Tammy.
Look, does a case like this with so much attention, what's going through your mind? You know, like sometimes the public opinion takes over. Sometimes you deal with things like that when it's such a big spotlight. What's your thoughts?
Well, you know, I just asked the public not to prejudge the case. You know, the indictment is not evidence. They've presented no evidence of anything that they've accused him of. It's just the indictment's an accusatory, document. And so, you know, the public should keep an open mind. And that's the way that our justice system works.
Does Ryan have any message for fans and everyone on the outside looking in?
Not specifically, no. I don't think he's got any messages for anyone. I'm not aware that he's aware that he has fans out there. So, no, there's no specific messages that he has for anyone out there.
It was crazy, like the way they said. I know you got to get back out here. It's crazy the way they were saying like that he was being like kind of protected by the cartel and all this. Like, what is this? This sounds like a movie.
Dude, I thought they were more professional than this. What is
TMZ?
that?
No, TMZ hires fucking dudes like me to just pop out of the bushes and be like, "Hey, man, you're famous."
More than anything.
I don't disagree. I'm sure that at some point somebody might make his life story into a movie. I don't know.
That's such a lawyer answer. Yeah, I'm sure at some point somebody somewhere probably said some stuff.
I don't have anything specific to say other than This is a very early on in the proceedings. As you heard today, Mr. Wedding entered a not guilty plea to both indictments that he's been charged with. The indictments are not evidence. They're just an accusation. And the way that our system works is that it's accusatory, not inquisitory. So he entered a not guilty plea to both of those indictments. And I would anticipate that over the course of litigation, there'll be more information that will come to light in this particular case. But at this time, he has entered a plea of not guilty.
He is not a very confident lawyer. But I knew he wasn't going to have problems. Somebody earlier in one of the clips we played, didn't they say something like he's going to have a good time trying to find a lawyer or whatever? And I'm thinking people are going to be doing it pro bono just because they're going to get their fucking name out there. Are you kidding me? He's got options.
I don't know. Based on the way this dude's talking, well, it might be too early in the case. I was going to say, based on the way this dude's talking, it seems like the feds might have some pretty solid evidence, but it's probably too early in the case for him to have even seen any of that.
How he could be ranked El Chapo status, yeah.
Guilty to both of those indictments.
Can you talk about his surrender, Mr. Colombo? Can you talk a little bit about his surrender?
Well, he didn't surrender. He was apprehended. He was arrested. And so any spin that the government of Mexico is putting on this, that he surrendered, is inaccurate. And I think if there's anybody in a position to know how his arrest and apprehension...
That's interesting that his lawyer is saying that, because, well, it's his lawyer. Why would he be lying? And also... to surrender, usually attorneys would advise you to surrender. So I'm believing he didn't surrender then, because that actually just helps a criminal look better, to be honest, in the law's eyes. You're not.
No, it makes a lot more sense to me that this was a raid. They figured out where he was going to be, him and his buddies. Apparently there's like 7 other people. They figured out where they were going to be and went in and got him.
Yeah.
As soon as I read that he turned himself in, I was like, I don't fucking believe that. And then the next thing I read was he probably didn't turn himself in. And I was like, what? So which is it?
Maybe his wife?
Ooh, his wife got the 15 mil and tipped him off? Maybe. Or, I mean... the Sinaloa cartel could do a lot with $15 million. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be hard to just be like, hey, Cash, I got your boy. I know where he's going to be.
True.
Which they do. That shit happens a lot.
And Cash is like, leave a few fucking... leave me a nice little gift.
Went down. It's his counsel. So
yeah, set a brick to the side for me.
Reports of what happened, that he surrendered, completely inaccurate. And I can understand. Look, the Trump administration with the apprehension of Maduro has made clear.
Somehow
that
Trump always comes up in
new
everything
era,
we've been
with regard to international relations. So one can understand.
Big Donnie is a very important part of my life.
That statement might have been put out.
Glenn Rogers' last words is, God bless Donald Trump, is wild.
Because if the U.S. government is unilaterally going into a sovereign country and apprehending somebody, you can understand the concern that sovereign entity might have. But he was apprehended.
Okay.
How was he apprehended?
Mexico. He's in good spirits. He's a former Olympic athlete, which obviously takes a lot of mental toughness to participate in those type of games and at a high level. So he's in good spirits.
What?
I can't provide any of those details. That's something that the U.S. Attorney's Office or the Justice Department could provide to you. I don't have any information. Again, I refer you to ask the Department of Justice and any information to you. I don't have any information. Again,
Did the Mexican government assist in the raid? Is that what you heard?
Yeah, sometimes they like the Mexican government is really afraid of the cartels because the cartels will just fucking kill everybody. So a lot of times when the US goes down there to do stuff, they'll like kind of make a deal with the Mexican government to like, we'll send our dudes down there and we'll do most of the heavy lifting, and then you guys send like 20 or 30 of your dudes out to help us.
Damn.
But that doesn't, again, that's a very normal thing. It's not like they only did that with Ryan Wedding. They did that with Chapo. They did that with fucking why can't I think of Scarface? Pablo Escobar. God, that took me way too long to think of. But they did it. They do that with pretty much everyone.
Look
He's
at
a
this.
big dude.
Yeah. Like, just a show pony. Good spirits, my ass. Yeah, I don't think it matters that you're a snowboarder and all that shit. Jail is jail, prison is prison. Like,
as a professional skateboarder who's been in jail, it still sucks ass.
You mean you weren't in high spirits and just doing great?
One time, I randomly, 1 in a million chance, got celled up with a kid I went to high school with, so that was kind of cool. But no, every other time, it sucks a lot. Don't go to jail. It's terrible.
Yeah, we don't recommend that.
I don't like it very much. Not a fan of other dudes watching me poop, you know?
Ew. Me
Yeah.
either.
Don't go to jail.
Don't go to jail.
That's been your public service announcement from CFALs.
You be on BS for real. Hell yeah. Wow. I'm going to have to get off of here. I got to be up in the morning and I need to shower because I'm not going to have time tomorrow. And, well, you know how long it takes to wash some dreadlocks.
Oh, you're fully...
Yeah.
I need to soak mine and wash them
like
too, but
6 weeks.
yeah, I'm getting to that point too. Where I'm like, fuck, I really need to do that, but I don't want to.
Oh man, it's a chore, I'll tell you. But
and then they're wet for like 2 days. It takes so long for these fucking things to dry.
Yep. Oh, I bet you're. Oh my god, mine are. I can only imagine, and mine are way smaller. Damn.
Yeah, dude, these things are sponges. They just absorb. I'm not exaggerating. Probably 5 or 6 pounds of water. It's ridiculous.
That is crazy. Have you tried a dread bomb?
No.
I'm gonna send you one. I love them.
Yeah, I'll use it. I understand your struggle.
Damn, yeah, yours is worse than mine. But anyways, this was fun, and I want to do one tomorrow, maybe on my channel. But yeah, we'll talk later. I'm gonna hop down and let you finish this up as we do, and I'll be in chat while I'm getting ready and hopping in the shower. Bye, chat. Thanks for supporting. Casey, and getting your t-shirts pretty soon. We'll all be rocking some merch, and that'll be really cool. That's awesome, you guys. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, have a good rest of your night.
Bye.
All right. Well, I guess segue from that. Yeah, thanks to everybody who bought a t-shirt tonight. That's super awesome. I can't imagine. Yeah, sorry, Karen. Yeah, no, to kind of segue off that, I do appreciate everyone who bought a t-shirt tonight. It actually super helps me. Like, I know that's the most over said thing on YouTube probably, but like legitimately supporting the merch store, dude. I'm losing it. Supporting the merch store is kind of the best way to help support this channel. So I super appreciate that. And like Cher and I talked about, hopefully we can get together in the next day or so and put a big update on the merch store for everybody and start getting, I want to do like coffee mugs and stickers and I don't know, bumper stickers, refrigerator magnets, whatever. Which also, if you guys have something, an item you would like me to put my logo on so you can have it as merch, feel free to leave that in the comments down below or DM me on Instagram or whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to do a little bit of everything with the merch. Any little bit helps. Yeah, it absolutely does, Ronnie. And it's like, things are going well, but I'm still at the point of every sale is keeping the lights on. It's an online store, so that's a metaphor, but every sale is keeping me open that much longer so I can get to the next sale, if that makes sense. Either way, I appreciate everyone for buying a t-shirt, and there will be a big update coming on the merch store by this weekend, I'm going to say. And also thank you guys for just supporting the channel and supporting what we're doing here. I say it every time, but I'm having a lot of fun and I really appreciate everybody coming out and hopping on and supporting what we're doing and really trying to push this thing. I know Cher and I have quite a few pretty big ideas for the future. So just know we're working. I was going to say just as hard, but I guess you guys aren't working on my show. That doesn't make any sense. But Cher and I are working really hard to bring the best possible show to you guys that we can every single time we do this. So you should do blankets. I can definitely look into that. Yeah, I can figure that out. I can look into that. Have a great night, great live stream. Thank you. I want a custom diamond painting. I need a print. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely talk about that at some point, Karen. I don't know. You can find me on Instagram. It's CFows the Carney. Fucking everywhere if you want to find me. I literally got all of the domains I possibly could. So you can find me. But yeah, thank you to everybody for supporting the channel. And for those of you who bought and or gifted memberships or sent in a random super chat, the more successful we can make this channel, the more fun we can all have together collectively. So it genuinely means a lot to me that anybody would be here and listen to me and my friends talk shit for a couple hours every night. So give it up for yourselves. You guys are a super awesome chat, and I'm happy seemingly more of the right people are finding the channel. I attract a lot of trolls because I upset people with my opinions. But this has been super fun, and we're going to keep having fun and keep diving into the weirdness that is the world. Because I feel like every case we cover, I'm left with more questions than answers, which I guess is good for you guys, because that means we have no shortage of topics and shows and content coming for you. That's why we get along so good. We're both most hated. Well, good. That means people are watching. Speaking of other stuff, yeah, just make sure you're notified and subscribed and you know when I'm posting stuff, because I'm going to be getting back in, well, not back into, I never got out of it, but I'm going to be posting a lot more skateboard content, and really pushing the skateboard side of things a lot more too. So if you yourself are a skateboarder, or you know a skateboarder, or you have a skater in the family or whatever, I don't know, maybe pass it along. Maybe they want to watch me do some stuff. But yeah, we are, I guess, officially kicking everything into overdrive. I'm going to be doing everything I can to up production value and up merch quality and just overall give this whole thing an upgrade. So if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, definitely make sure you're here and you're staying tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to Voices Behind the Wall. I go over there. We do stuff on Cher's channel. Make sure you're subscribed to Progressive Patriot and Barnes & Noble Crime Time, and Through the Looking Glass Tarot for Tammy's channels. And we're actually trying to get the Looking Glass up past 1,000 subs so Tammy can get monetized. So make sure you're over there and showing her support, and hopefully, I say hesitantly because I've had not great experiences with this in the past, hopefully we're going to do this whole thing as kind of a little crew, and we're all going to rise up together. Trying to make sure I hit all the things I'm supposed to do at the end of the podcast. Yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this case down in the comments. I really feel like this dude got sold up the river. I kind of think this guy got himself into a sticky situation, and he's taking the rap for a bunch of other shit that I'm not even certain he was involved in at this point. But feel free to leave your comments and opinions and whatever you want to do down in the comments. I'll make sure to get Cher to do that phone line thing, so maybe you guys can start calling in. That sounds really fun. But hopefully by the next show, we'll have another announcement or an update on that. And I think that's about all the showy promo YouTuber bullshit I got for you guys. So thanks for coming. And as I always say, don't ever let anybody try to steal your voice. Don't ever let anybody try to use your story against you. And with that, I appreciate the shit out of every single one of you. And until the next one, much love. Peace out, Carney Army.